Story time.
That's the way it was. That's the way it was. You was good on the low for a favor. On some faded love. Shit, what the fuck you complaining for? Feeling jaded up. Used to trip off that shit I was kicking to you. Had some fun on the run, though I give it to you, but baby.
So this story time is brought to you by none other than Facebook, honey. There was this post going around Facebook and some of the groups that I'm in on Facebook. Y'all can see my bun. Okay. But there was this post going around on Facebook in some of the groups that I was in on Facebook. And they were talking about tell us your most embarrassing moment and we'll tell you what you was on. So listen, I hope that they would have got it right, but none of them guessed that I was on goddamn the Goose. You know, the gray goose. I don't drink that shit no more though. Hell no. And I haven't drank it since this one particular night. Now listen, I went to the club, and this club just so happened to be by my grandmother's house. These motherfuckers in this chat, they kept on talking about, oh, meth, crack. Oh, they put me on some lean, some pills. I ain't never done none of that shit a day in my goddamn life. So when you hear the story, hopefully you don't think that I done did some crack meth weed. I mean, I done weed before, I have. But lean and all that shit, ecstasy, no. Hell no. All right, so this is what happened, y'all. I went to this club by my grandma's house. My grandma, she lived off County Road in Decatur, Georgia. And she lived in a 7-bedroom home that was built like in the 40s, the 1940s. She never did get central air, but we had central heating. And so in the summertime, you had to rough it. And don't none of y'all motherfuckers act like you ain't never had to put a box fan up in the goddamn window to have a cool night rest. But at mother house, that's what the fuck you had to do if you was gonna be comfortable all night. You had to get a full night's rest with a box fan in the window. And I must add, we were cool. At the time, I was not living with mother. I was actually married and living with my husband, but we stayed on the other side of town. I decided that I got a key. I'm a little tipsy, so I need to go right down the street. So I decided that I was going to go over to mother's house, go to bed, get up the next day, and go on home. And yeah, that was straight because I had a key. I had my own room at mother's house. So I decided that was going to be the safest and best option for me. So I treaded on over there. It only took me like 8 minutes to get there because, baby, I had a heavy foot. And when I turned up in that driveway, I know I had to be on 2 wheels. So I got up out that car and I went to the door and unlocked the door. Went straight back to my room. Now, mother didn't stay there by herself. She had one of her daughters, one of her sons, my granddaddy, and one of my other cousins that lived in the house with her too. So basically, I already knew somebody was there. I went on to my room, got unrolled, so I decided that I took all my clothes off, got my fan, plugged it up. I had to open the window because all the windows in the room was closed. I hadn't been there over maybe like a month. So I had to go ahead and open up the window and put the fan in the window. But my dumb ass pushed the fan and the screen out the fucking window. So here I go, looking down out the window, and I see the fan and the goddamn screen down on the ground. So here go the stupid part, y'all. My dumb ass. Yes, my dumb ass clammed out the window. I clammed out the window, got the screen and the fan, and made my way back around to the front of the house. I didn't have no fucking key. So here go the debate. I had to debate whether or not I was going to get back in my car and go to sleep, or if I was going to knock on the door and get somebody to let me in. I said I wasn't sleeping in no car with no windows rolled down and getting bit up by mosquitoes. So I had to knock on the fucking door. And another thing was, I didn't want daylight to catch me butt ass naked outside. Yes, I was butt ass naked, remember? So when I knocked on the goddamn door, guess who came and answered it? My motherfucking granddaddy. And when he answered the door, I was standing out there naked as a jaybird with a goddamn fan and a screen in my hand. And I was like, don't ask me no questions, Leroy. And I walked my ass on back to my room with my screen and my fan in hand. I plugged that bitch up, fixed the screen, plugged the fan up into the window, and I took my hot ass to fucking sleep. The end of the story. Did my granddaddy confront me about the issue? Hell fucking no. He didn't want no smoke. And the moral of the story is never get looser than a goose, baby. I stopped drinking grape goose that day. I decided that I wasn't going to drink no kind of brown, brandies, cognacs, gins, vodkas. I'm going to stick to the tequila. I drank the tequila. I like some margarita. Give me my tequila, bitch. And that's why I always say alcohol will have you doing things that where you don't even want to face the consequences of your own mistakes. If you dialed the wrong motherfucking number, you just dialed the wrong number. If you got 5 contacts on a bitch in the phone, go through them motherfuckers and make sure that that is the real number for your friend. Don't get out here on these streets and embarrass your motherfucking friend to save motherfucking face. And then, bitch, you probably wasn't even motherfucking drunk. It's just that you got all them motherfucking residual fumes on your ass that make you goddamn get out here and not be able to think clearly. You need to get this shit the fucking together. And if I was Stovey, I wouldn't be your motherfucking friend again. Please drop me a comment in the comment section below. What is the most dumbest shit you done while you was intoxicated? And I see a lot of people are trying to push them in the direction of coming back together, but you know, sometimes you just go a little bit too far. Some bitches don't know how to cut the shit off. You just go too far. You go out here and you spread all this fucking fuck shit on one another, and you just go too far. You get to the point of no return. And when you get that far, it's too late. You can't turn the shit back around. You can't turn it around. The hurtful shit you say about one another. It's amazing to me that some of the people here on YouTube, they cuss each other out one day and the next day they back cool again. There's a lot of y'all hoes I would have never seen as friends to begin with, simply because of the way you treat others. Bye.